Good morning everyone, I hope you're well. For those of you who don't know who I am, my name is Hannah and I will be doing the kids talk for you today. And today I'm going to read you a little story about a guy called Nehemiah from the Old Testament. One spring I was serving the king his wine. I had never before appeared sad in his presence. So the king asked me, "Why are you looking so sad? You don't look sick to me. You must be deeply troubled." Then I was terrified, but I replied, "Long live the king! How can I not be sad? For the city where my ancestors are buried is in ruins, and the gates have been destroyed by fire." The king asked, "Well, how can I help you?" With a prayer to the God of heaven, I replied, "If it pleases the king, and you are pleased with me, your servant, send me to Judah to rebuild the city where my ancestors are buried." The king, with the queen sitting beside him, asked, "How long will you be gone? When will you return?" And after I told him how long I would be gone, the king agreed to my request. I also said to the king, "If it please the king, let me have letters addressed to the governors of the province, instructing them to let me travel through their land on my way to Judah. And please, give me a letter addressed to Asaph, the manager of the king's forest, instructing him to give me timber. I will need it to make beams for the gates of the temple fortress, for the city walls, and for a house for myself." And the king granted these requests, because the gracious hand of God was on me. When I came to the governors of the province west of the Euphrates River, I delivered the king's letters to them. The king, I should add, had sent army officers and horsemen to protect me. But the governors and officials were very angry that someone had been sent to help the Israelites. Isn't Nehemiah so brave? He risked his life multiple times to get permission to go and rebuild the wall of Jerusalem. He knew that the people there would be really angry that he wanted to rebuild it, and yet he still went to the king and risked his life just by appearing sad before him, and asked permission to be allowed to go and rebuild the wall. Thankfully, the king gave him permission to do so, and when he got to Jerusalem, he had all these soldiers and horses behind him that the king had sent with him to protect him. And I think that's very similar for us. Sometimes God will tell us to do something and it will look like it's a really dangerous thing. It will look like it's a really bad idea, and yet he will protect us and he will provide ways for us to be able to do what needs to be done. And Nehemiah, he counted up the cost. And that reminds me about Jesus, and Jesus tells us about counting up the cost, and that it's risky to follow him. You know, we have to count up the cost to follow him. What will it cost us? Will it cost us friendships? Sometimes at school, if people find out we're a Christian, we'll get bullied for it and they'll pick on us and they'll call us names. But we have to decide for ourselves whether that is something we are willing to risk. Are we willing to take that risk for Jesus? So we need to count up the cost of what it means to follow God and to be obedient and do the right thing. And when we do choose to do the right thing, even though sometimes it might be really difficult and it might possibly be dangerous, because we're doing the right thing, we can trust that God will protect us and look after us. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you next time. Bye!
Hey! What's happening, everybody?
Now it's recording. Right, so what do we need for today's craft, Oscar?
She called me number Steve.
Food colouring, pipettes, or something to squirt the food colouring out.
And they are for medicine.
Yeah. Some bowls, white wine vinegar. What's that? Can you read this one? What's that say? Bicarbonate of
Soda.
soda. Yeah. Bicarbonate of soda, not baking powder. You want this stuff. This is good stuff. And then we need...
Is that food?
No, you don't want to eat it. And then a tray. In today's craft, we're doing something a little bit different to normal. We're going to do a science experiment, aren't we? Do you remember this? What did Mummy say that was?
A next mix. Next mix. This one.
It's magnetic, isn't it? Oh! So for today's craft, it's going to be a little bit different. What we want you to do is to get the children to choose a colour of their food colouring. Shall we get started on our fizzy explosions?
No.
Oh.
Joking.
Right, so we're going to pick 2 colours. You can pick a red, yellow, blue. Shall we do blue and yellow? Let's do a bit of red as well. Let's go all out today. You see this, Oscar? This is white wine vinegar. We're going to pour these into the little pots.
It's for raspberries.
Maybe get an adult to help you with this one.
It's for raspberries.
Raspberries? Mum, now Mummy can't see what she's stirring,
What
Poppet.
does it smell like?
What do you think it smells like?
Can I smell it?
You can smell it. Does it smell like your fish and chips?
Yeah.
So, what we need to do here is we're going to put a few drops of this blue food colouring, if Mummy can open it. So you just want a few drops into one of those, just a few. Oh, whoa. Not that much of it. Maybe out in the next one. That's going to be some strong. Oh my goodness me. Maybe Mummy will do the next one.
Daddy.
Good effort though. It's going to be very vibrant, isn't it? Vibrant prayers.
There's some blue. That
Messy.
mixed up into purple.
Into purple. Now what we're going to do is we're going to get our, what did that say?
Soda.
Well, Mummy will show you, it's something exciting. We haven't really done science experiments before, have we? You going to help Mummy? We're going to spread this all over the pan.
So, bake them.
You can bake them. And what we want to do is, as we put the food colouring in, we're going to see what happens, because I reckon something really exciting might happen. Do you reckon?
No.
No. I reckon it's going to be a little bit like when you pray for something. Because you don't really expect anything when you pray for something, do you? But then when it does happen, it's a little bit like an explosion. Explosion of joy, isn't it, when something happens that you prayed for?
Snow.
It does look like snow, doesn't it? What food colouring are we going to do first?
Blue.
Blue?
Can I put all of them?
No. We're going to get this little, do you remember these little tools?
Oh yeah, go.
What we're hoping is going to happen with the vinegar, that should, just a little bit, little drop, whoa, let people see it. Look at that.
It's coming from there.
Should we do another one here? Ready? Whoa. So this is like when you pray for something, isn't it?
Can we put the red in it?
We can put the red in it.
To
you want
mix-
to-
I want to do it into
Do you remember you have to pull it up? Pull. That's it. There you go. Whoa. That is very cool, isn't it?
Wait, did it make purple?
So you need to make sure that you put this in something that will contain the fizz, because as you can see, it gets quite fizzy, doesn't it?
Feel my finger.
Yeah. Oh, no, not on your hands, Poppet. That's it. Whoa.
We can both do it.
But, oh, careful. Thank you.
Mummy, we can both do one.
We can both do one, can we? Oh no, now it's all going in there. Ready? Wow. That is very satisfying. Did you just put it all in?
Yeah.
Whoa. Careful. It's getting very messy. Look at that. That's like a little prayer explosion in there. Poor Nanny, the house smells of fish and chips now. Sorry, Nanny.
Undo it.
Wow.
We're making it all rainbow.
We are. Well, you are. We hope you enjoyed this craft today. Make sure you put lots of newspaper and protect your surfaces, and make sure you have mum and dad. Oh, did they go in your eye? Make sure that a parent is paying attention to the child. We'll see you next time. I'm going to say bye-bye, Oscar.
Bye.
Wow.
Come, Daddy.
Say bye. See you next time.
Bye, Bye.